Hello, everyone, and welcome to Eugene, Oregon, where it appears my eyes have to be deceiving me. I'm looking skyward. There's liquid coming down from the sky, and everyone knows it never rains in Autzen Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks offense will start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll run play action. Still looking. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs him at the 25 in stride. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Navy Midshipmen offense comes out, and they'll try to put together their first drive of the game. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And David, I like these guys too because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
On the option, he'll keep it himself. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll ride his man on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get
nothing but green ahead. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the single running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It is a great equalizer, a way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third, then their fourth option might be to pass the football.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide out in motion. Dropping back, it's Johns. He's right on target.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On the option. Quick toss.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing bold, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
I love that play call on 4th down because they go RPO, and essentially the football can go 3 different ways. He could have handed it off, he could have thrown for it, or just keep it himself. He took the latter option. It doesn't matter. That was the right decision.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Navy! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes... Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Handoff from the gun. The Ducks get the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. The give to the tailback.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Ducks are flying down the field. To the ground with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Card. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Banks. And the quarterback caught on 2 and sacked at the 12.
And how do you counteract all the speed you have in college football? You chase the quarterback and the skill position guys with faster guys. You bring in more DBs. You bring them down the box. You get them near the line of scrimmage so they can make big plays with their fast speed in the backfield.
And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He makes the connection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Hauled down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Unloads it left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They're trying to get to it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. The field goal is no good, and the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Oregon 14, Navy 7.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got to...
And it's sucked out! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw. It's Banks. Gonna take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Got a lot of running room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. That's caught. It's Dickey. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going for the big play. He's got it down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes his connection.
And I love working the slot receivers. And you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. The quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Way too close to punt. Way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it. On the move is the 30. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Working that left side now. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, midshipman.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
We'll take over. First and 10.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Navy offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for them?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now on the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people out.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Carr. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete to the right.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a second down play. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's caught. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Navy will have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Navy! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the returner will be knocked down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. Complete to start this drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down coming up. Quick release by the QB. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Card. And there he goes. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The offense set for a first down play. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Fresno State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up.
They'll throw it on first down.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
I'll tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me?
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Ducks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Navy will go back on the attack. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them. There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Quickly to the tight end. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Going up top on first down. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Navy.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal flag was back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Trying play action. Still looking on the move. And they can't make the connection on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on second down.
Second down coming up.
Looking downfield, it's Banks. Trying to beat the D deep. And that pass intercepted.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And here comes the offense on second down. On the option. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Running back goes in motion. He's looking to throw it. Takes his shot. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, midshipman.
Number 5 in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
34, Oregon, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Banks. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
And here comes the Navy offense. Goes to the option. At the 20, he's got space. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Calls his own number. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Navy! And the pummeling has started.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Back to throw, it's Banks. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He wants a big play here late. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Jones. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Coming after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
A shot toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. And Navy will go back on the attack. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense
Takes it the other way. The 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. With the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his